Welcome to MetroCasting. I'm Doug Farley. How about a little dodgeball action? It's a kid favorite, a popular movie, and of course a game for the ages. The game of throwing a basketball-sized rubber ball at someone in order to hit them and knock them out of a game is commonly known as dodgeball. And it's a game most of us have played at one point or another during our lives, either by its most common dodgeball moniker or by any number of other names such as crossfire, wall ball, nation, gaga, medic, prison ball, every man for himself, and my personal favorite, bombardment. Whatever name you know it by, for most it can be a fun physical activity, and that is why when a young local boy's family needed some help, a local health and fitness center organized the first dodgeball tournament in this area.
Dodgeball is one of those sports or games that you either love or hate, depending on your experience, probably in school. Well, now that there are leagues forming all around the country, there's also some benefits taking place, and one of those took place at the Central Columbia High School, where at least 20 teams showed up to dodgeball.
Well, we had thought about starting a league eventually because of the softball and baseball and summer leagues that they have for corporate, and that kind of sprung the idea. We never really followed through with it, and then after hearing about what had happened, with the kid that we're doing the benefit for, that kind of gave me the push to say, all right, this is a good opportunity to get her going, and for a good cause too.
That cause was to raise money to help the family of Sam Brown with medical expenses. Sam was seriously injured during an alleged incident at his school, an incident that left him paralyzed. And when he showed up at the tournament, he got a big welcome from everybody on hand.
I thought it was a great idea. I mean, I loved playing it in elementary school and just thought it'd be a lot of fun. And then we were just going to call the local gyms and try to have a tournament between the gyms. And then we saw the story in the paper about the young boy that got paralyzed. His mother had to quit her job to take care of him. So we thought, let's do a fundraiser to help the family out. And then we said, let's just open it up to everybody. And we put an ad in the Press Enterprise. They were nice enough to put an ad in for us, and it's taken off from there.
As was already said, at least 20 teams signed up to compete in the tournament, where the rules were pretty close to those you remember from your childhood.
Well, there's a time limit. We play best of 3 for 2 teams going against each other. 3-minute time limit per game. At the end of the game, if one team is not eliminated, it's whoever has the most men standing on the floor. If for some reason, they're tied, you go to sudden death, so it's either first catch or first hit after sudden death.
The goal, of course, is to hit, not be hit, and to catch a ball thrown at you so your opponent is out, and you get to play on as well as bring a teammate back into play.
Yep, you bring somebody in and they'll lose somebody. There's a couple other rules that go along with that. If you're going to block with the ball, if you go to block a shot, it falls out of your hands, you're out. As far as that's about the only main rules that you have. You just can't go over any of the end lines either.
We almost have a volleyball court here. There's lines on the volleyball court. If your toe crosses that line, you're automatically out. Then, of course, you're down to 5 players, 4, 3. Once all your players are out of the game or 3 minutes has expired, the game's over. So, and the other team has won the match. So, not many other infractions. Once a player is hit, you can't then, they raise their arms and leave the field of play. If you intentionally throw them, then of course we will have our little foul flag, which is ADAA approved also, and that player will be removed.
Steve, as you may have guessed, was one of the referees for the event.
We got legitimate refs. Steve Schultz from the gym is a legitimate soccer referee, and what I understand is he watched the movie last night, Dodgeball, and 3 times, and knows all the rules, and he got one of his buddies to come over who is also a referee, so should be pretty legit.
Been reffing for 15 years. We just came from China, where dodgeball was originated in the 15th century. In China, of course, they use severed heads. Of course, today we're going to use official ADAA approved dodgeballs. A little bit about the rules. Each team will start with 6 players on the field. Of those 6, they play until one is hit and then one is removed. If one catches the ball, then that player can come back on. It's kind of a 2-for-1 switch. If you throw and the opponent catches the ball, you're out.
As you could probably bet, This particular dodgeball tournament was definitely inspired by the 2004 movie Dodgeball, a true underdog story starring Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn. And apparently more than just the organizers of the event had seen the movie. We asked the leader of the Purple Cobras about their strategy.
All out. It'll be an all-out effort on the Purple Cobras today. What's up, buddy? We will be here to win.
Have you even talked about strategies at all? How you're going to...
Oh, no. Half these guys are professional players. They already know the game.
And you're not?
I'm not. No, I'm just a rookie coach, first year.
So they're going to tell you not to be the guy hanging in the
They're
background.
probably going to tell me just to be quiet.
Well, certainly you need quick people because at the beginning they have the 6 balls lined up across the middle. When the whistle blows, you're sending guys to go after the balls, so you want to have people that can get them first, and then your slower guys you have kind of hang back and wait to catch. And then as far as the other stuff, I mean, you just kind of there's different strategy. Sometimes guys will wait till somebody's about ready to throw and then hit them, or you use the a technique where you'll throw a ball in the air that's catchable, and then somebody else will throw it, that person that's going to catch the ball too.
My strategy is pretty much just to run and scream like a girl. And not one of the brave girls either. No.
Speaking of girls, there were plenty of female teams on the court, and as you can see, they took the tournament very seriously, starting with their pregame preparations.
We're about to get ready to work out right now, stretch.
Do all that stuff?
Yeah, we had a lot of donuts and coffee.
Strangely enough, most teams had similar types of pregame preparations for this tournament, spurred by their memories of their dodgeball days in school.
Well, I thought I was pretty decent. I think that's why I liked it. Just, flying through the air, whipping balls at buddies. Doesn't get any better than that.
I would have classified myself as a gym class hero when it came to dodgeball. No, but I mean, I always enjoyed it. Even getting hit and stuff, it's always fun. So it was just always a good game. I was always a baseball player, so dodgeball's one of those games that as a baseball player usually you're pretty good at, so it was always one of my favorite things to do in gym class. Meaning
he was not one of those kids hiding in the back of the pack and then getting bombarded when the sea of kids suddenly parted.
No, I mean I wasn't fast, so I was never one that would charge out in the beginning, but I'd kind of hang loose, try to catch, and then attack.
For most, playing dodgeball was not a stressful situation.
It wasn't stressful. I just got taken out quick. I'm not the ideal dodgeball player, but I'm ready to play today.
That's not your strategy. You're not going to get taken out quick today, right?
No. Get to the ball quick is my strategy.
In the end, everyone had a good time, and the real winner of the event was Sam Brown, who benefited from all the money raised during the tournament. In closing, and as a direct result of the turnout for this tournament, serious talk has begun about starting up an actual league to play dodgeball, where, and watch these moves, even the unlikeliest of persons can suddenly become a hero. Now that kid, he had some moves. I know you want to see that again, right? Yeah? That is pretty amazing there. And for more on this proposed dodgeball league and the Sam Brown Fund, as well as Bloom Health and Fitness, log on to the website on your screen.